Achievement Hunter is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Protect your online privacy right now at expressvpn.com/achievement.
Wish me luck.
You know I got you, Shook. Oh, really? You slid that one in right before?
Jeremy. RTTV is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Protect your online privacy today at expressvpn.com/off-topic. I'm your host, Michael Jones. Joining us this week, we've got Jeremy Dooley, Jack Patillo, and Matt Bragg, and Jack's cat. I don't know which one that is.
Ellie.
That's Ellie.
Oh.
There it is.
She's a kitty cat.
We had a false start.
We did.
So then Jeremy started screaming about it.
Lindblad is
and
usually
then clearly
like
Michael took it out on me.
Top of it.
Lindblad, he got me. He got me that one.
The question
we are
is,
yet again.
Did he plan that before you did that, or was it?
I have to imagine. I have to imagine this was. What if Jack's cat just walked onto my screen right there?
That'd be awesome.
And then we found out that you were Michael and Pikel. And you were connected to the same body. That's from Rick and Morty.
It is the Rick and Morty thing.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that watch along at some point. We were supposed to do it last week. It got pushed.
Supposed to do it this week and it got pushed.
Yeah.
So
you said last week. I think it was yesterday.
That's how time flows now.
That's
man.
how
time doesn't matter.
your
Time is a
brain is.
construct of
true.
this weird thing.
Can you lift him up? This man is down there. It's throwing me off.
It's mean. Matt, can you get that Vaseline off your lens, please? You still got that soft Vaseline.
I don't even know, man. I've cleaned.
Just lick
I've
your
cleaned,
thumb and clean off your lens.
I've
Yeah,
cleaned the camera.
that'll work.
And that's not the case. You're full of shit. I've cleaned it off. It's I don't know what the hell the problem is. It's
Maybe Matt's just like an oil painting.
Maybe just glows.
It's been a while since we've seen it.
When it is figured out, I really do want to know what it is.
I have no idea because like if I look at my OBS, it's much sharper. It's literally just whenever it goes to anything that is online, it sucks ass, and I don't know why.
Here's the wild part about it, Jeremy. It worked fine when he tested it.
Man.
Oh God, that's gonna hit you guys on Monday.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Oh,
you
you.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to soften the blow now.
He was mad.
It's not really
I was not happy because it was just straight up like we had done the run through for it like for hours, and I was like, perfect. This will be a GTA. I can start it. No worries. It's gonna go fine, easy. Not so. It just the thing don't work. That's how it works.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
And then I kept trying to find, and I try not to slam Matt with it too much because I get it.
Yeah,
that's right. We used to build those Minecraft things that would
just happens.
work for us and never work.
It's always completely different when you go into the recording because it's like there's people who aren't going to do everything that you tried. But then on top of that, it's just like this was for whatever reason the mechanics stopped working like halfway through.
And then everything we played after that, I kept trying to find something about it that I didn't like, and then going, Matt, you're 0 for 3, man.
Yeah.
You're 0 for 3.
you did. You really tried after that.
It was like the smallest things too. I was like, I don't like this bike. 0 for 2.
Dude, and it was GTA was helping you that day too, because that was just like, oh yeah, well, you're not loading in. Have fun having odd number teams now. I don't know.
I think Gavin at one point, after being one of the people berating Matt for it, I think he paused at one point and just said, "Man, I'd be pissed off if I were you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
To which I replied, correct. You would be.
He's like, oh, it must suck, man.
Yeah.
It must suck.
It was just one of those things where it's like he actually like after that was like, yeah, I know that really sucks. I've had that happen so many times. And I'm just like, yep.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that Gavin was nice to you.
Off camera. That's how it works. That way there's no proof. Jack and I are best buddies off camera.
We are.
That's true. You guys hang out a lot, even now, which is weird. I keep saying stop hanging out, and you said no.
Just rubbing beards.
You
and
can't break this bond. So yeah, Matt had a GTA map that was a real botch. Which I think will make it into the video. And then we pivoted to some scoot.
Some scoot.
Matt.
Yeah, new scoot.
Maybe the best thing Matt did in 2019.
I'm happy with
assuming-
Scoot.
I'm assuming it was from 2019. I don't remember because I think wasn't that? Oh no, it was 2020 because you did it from your house, didn't you?
Yeah, so they were made in 2019.
So we didn't do them
we
until
got to them
2020.
until
No, we
Well,
didn't do
Scoot
Scoot before 2020.
Did we?
I think so.
I don't
No,
know.
we didn't do it before 2020 because
No.
I think the first time we did Scoot was the test video where I was at home and you guys were in the office. That was the
Even
first
that-
time we played Scoot.
That was the first. That was the first or second. But even if it was
think it
the
was the
second,
first.
we had to have done it before because somebody missed it. Somebody wasn't in a Scoot. Was it Gavin not in part one? Somebody wasn't in it, and I remember
was
going.
not in it. I was.
okay.
I was not in the first one.
I remember going.
Yeah.
So and so is gonna effing love this Scoot.
Yeah. Dude, Scoot's awesome. And like, I would say, like, I wish Rockstar made that an official game type or something, but I feel like if people would just try too hard to win, like we try to win, but we also, it's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, smashing into each other and stuff.
Like, I could see if that was online, people would be like, all right, if I wedge the bike in here, then they specifically can't get to me or drive. It's like, that's not the point. The point's to tear ass down the street and hope someone doesn't whack you.
It's good, man. That mad dash for getting on the bike and getting away is the essence of Scoot.
Yeah.
It's
like so long.
It takes so long. I feel like every time you're tricked, every time you think I got this, and 9 out of 10 times you don't got it.
No,
you either can't find it, so there's always like 14 other vehicles parked around it, and your guy keeps trying to get on the wrong one, or he just won't pick it up, or it's just like you pick it up and you're slowly getting on it, and then someone either rides by and hits you, or they just smash into you at 80 miles an hour and you just go flying
and everything explodes.
Yeah, it takes forever. Or even you get on it and then you go, it takes you 3 seconds to start moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a shitty scooter. It doesn't go.
Yeah, your team's like, get out of here. You're like, I'm trying.
What do you want from me?
Like
It's
rabbit.
such a fun game.
Michael, we're doing some cider today.
Yeah, dude. I
want some.
tweeted about this. I've been on the pineapple, the East Ciders,
Yeah.
Austin East Ciders.
Cat does ace pineapple
That
a
one's
lot, which
so
is good.
good.
It's amazing. I've never had it before, like until recently.
Yeah, that Austin East cider pineapple.
Delicious, dude.
I'm having a Reds right. I found it in the back of my fridge, and it's not bad yet because I ran out of beer. But I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I don't
dude.
like about it? It tastes like a red delicious apple, and I don't like red delicious apples. And like it has that flavor to it. But I also have an Angry Orchard over there, and I do like those.
Now, see, my problem is
They're
I go
so
to RHEB, the one like the one I go to. They have this thing where you can basically like scan everything as you pick it up from the shelf, and just scan it and then put it in your bag, and then you have it all on your phone. You scan that, and then you just walk out of the store, so you don't have to go through lines. Because every time I've gone to the grocery store, the lines are stupid long, and I'm like, I can do this, not interact with anyone, and go. But that means trying to buy alcohol. It's like that adds that extra step where I have to find someone and then like have them check my ID and all that stuff.
Right. They're
So it's
like,
like-
I don't think you're over 21.
Yeah, so I'm just like not worth it. I mean, it's not worth it. I'm just like, screw it. I'll deal with that later. So I'm gonna have to go sometime in the middle of the night when there's no one there and buy some alcohol.
Or order some
That's true.
on, what is it, like Favor or something? I did that.
Drizzly does it too. Drizzly's, I think, just alcohol.
Oh, I could do that.
See, like liquor wise, I'm set. Like my house is
Same.
fucking stocked.
I mean,
with,
I'm
like,
not Jeremy same, but I'm
Right.
like normal person
Mhm.
set. I've got a couple of bottles, but I
Well,
don't.
I told
want it.
Kat, I was like, we need to start picking a bottle, like, and being like, this is if we have a mixed drink or a drink of liquor in it, like, this is what we're gonna have from this bottle, so that we can get rid of that one. Because like
Room.
most of them are stuff I would never drink, and I don't remember why we have them. I did it probably for a joke of some kind. Like, there's some sort of whipped chocolate vodka down there.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's not
I think I've got a
great.
marshmallow one at some point, and then I have bottles that have been like gifted to me of stuff I don't normally drink. So it's like,
Yeah,
I just have all these bottles, and I'm like, I gotta do something with them. And I actually just threw out a bottle of tequila the other day because we've had it for a while, and it's shaped like Texas. I think it's called Republic Tequila. So like the actual bottle is shaped like Texas, and I just don't like it. It's gross tequila. If you like it, good for you. I hate it.
I don't
We
like
tried,
tequila. Period. Let alone
we
a
tried to make
brand.
margaritas out of it, and we kept mixing it different, and we finally were like, it's the tequila. It's gross, and like so we just dumped it out and threw it away, or recycled rather. But I also have this. This is what I was drinking. Yum, 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 yum.
Ooh, Sailor Jerry's good.
Love Sailor Jerry.
I have liquor. I have no urge. I haven't hit the point in quarantine where I'm just drinking liquor in my house. So it just doesn't do anything. Well, yeah. And also just, I have kids. I'm not just like, I'll just start drinking vodka, you know, and then take care of my children.
Right.
This, and I don't know, I like beer. I love beer, but it's usually a social thing. I don't usually think to drink beer. Like, I won't drink beer with dinner. Maybe if we have like a grill food, like burgers or something, I'll have a beer, but I don't buy it unless people are coming over. And, you know, no one comes over now, so I don't buy anything. So I happened to get this pineapple cider the other day. It was like a why the hell not kind of thing. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And now I've been drinking like one a day. One, I want it to last. And two, I don't want to drink 7 cans of pineapple cider. But I was excited today knowing I was going to drink someone off topic. I grabbed the 6-pack, threw it in my fridge. And I was like, I'll have 2. That is tasty. And Lindsay bought a bunch of fruit the other day. So we had chunks of pineapple. So I poured it into a glass and threw a bunch of actual chunks of pineapple in the glass. So
super pineapple.
I went all in on it. I love pineapple.
I went all in.
Nice.
Something that can really improve, just like a cider like this, like an apple cider.
It's so good, dude. It's so
dump
good.
in some Fireball into this.
I
mean, like literally
a little spice. Yeah, that actually not be bad.
Then it's like an apple pie drink.
Yeah, but then
cinnamon in with the apple.
The downside is you're drinking Fireball. You're in for a rough night.
Downside,
Jeremy, I can't do it anymore. I'm out, man.
I always think I can't do it anymore, and then I prove myself wrong.
See, I just don't try. That's it. I've decided I can't do it anymore, and I stopped drinking for like 2.5 months at the beginning of the year.
Ooh, there's a problem.
And then I eased back in, and I was like, it's gonna stick to beer for the most part. Maybe like the occasional mule or something, but not at my house.
Mules are so good. I'm gonna
to
learn to make those really well.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy. There's like 2 things, right?
Well, it's lime juice, ginger beer, and
vodka.
And vodka,
3.
yeah.
Done.
But there's that ratio though. You gotta get the ratio right.
I feel like, especially with you, the ratio doesn't matter. It
depends on the drink.
You're in, yeah.
It depends on the drink. Like a rum and coke, there is no ratio.
Yeah, you don't like vodka though. I'll say that.
I'm not a vodka guy.
That's my go-to.
And you are, because you like Tito's.
I love Tito's.
Yeah, I've never been a vodka guy.
Do you like screwdrivers? Because I'm not a vodka guy either, but screwdrivers I can drink.
I don't like screwdrivers.
Just orange juice and vodka? No?
Tried. I think I had one with Michael one time.
That was usually my go-to drink. I missed the timing on the what's it called? Is it called a Bay Breeze? What is it? Cranberry and vodka. I think it's Cape Cod. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
I mean, Sea Breeze Cranberry or something. What is that?
I think it's just like a screwdriver. That's a name, and maybe it's a Cape Cod, but it's cran apple. It's usually cranberry, but mostly it's sold as cran apple. Cran apple
Cape Cod's overrated,
which is good, but it's so sweet. I'm drinking it like I can't do it in my 30s. I could probably have done it in my 20s, but I wasn't drinking it then. I say this, it's a plain drink, right? Plain. They got little bottles of vodka, and then I got a couple, cans of either Coke, Sprite, or juice, and they always have cran apple. So that's really the only time I'll get it. But man, it's so sweet. It's like, it's like you're sucking on sugar. I can't do it. I get tummy aches.
Yeah. No, I do that too. Yeah, I can't have drinks that are super sugary anymore. Like Kat and I got like a bag of margaritas one time, right? Like we did that. And so at one point we were mixing them with Midori, which is a green melon liqueur, because we have some of that, and it just makes the margarita green. But like, and it tastes great, but it's just so sugary, and like I just kept getting the worst stomach aches. Like that blue curacao is another really sweet liquor that's blue, so that's how anytime you have a blue drink
is dangerous.
Yeah, blue. Well, not all right. The zombie is what you're talking about. I'm just saying, that's blue.
But, I mean, that is what I'm talking about. But if it's blue, you're in trouble.
If it's blue, it probably has blue curacao in it, which is a very sugary liquor. Yeah. And you'll get a fucking stomach ache. Like, don't even worry about the hangover. Just worry about like the gut rot from the sugar.
That's how I know you're old, when you're talking about drinking too much and you're not talking about being drunk. You're talking about the sugar. You're like,
no, that's never been a problem.
My tummy hurts so bad.
Yeah, my tummy.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by ExpressVPN. You've heard me talk about how important it is to have a VPN, and now that a lot of you and myself are working from home, it's even more important to choose a VPN that you trust. Now, I like to do my research on the sponsors here for Off Topic, and anything that I recommend, I only recommend things that I believe in, and I can say with full confidence that ExpressVPN is the best VPN on the market. Here's why. Let me just fire some bullet points at you. Number one, ExpressVPN doesn't log your data. Lots of really cheap or free VPNs make money by selling your data to ad companies. ExpressVPN developed a technology called Trusted Server that makes it impossible for their servers to log any of your info. Number two, speed. I've tried a number of VPNs in the past. Many slow your connection down or make your device sluggish. I've been using ExpressVPN for quite a while, a couple months now. My internet speeds are always blazing fast. Even when I connect to servers thousands of miles away, I can still stream HD quality videos with zero lag. Something else that really sets ExpressVPN apart from other VPNs is how easy it is to use. Unlike other VPNs, you don't have to input or program anything. You just fire up the app, click one button to connect. It's so easy, even your grandparents could use it. It's true. Push the button, Grandpa. You're done. Your data is protected. And it's not just me saying this. Wired, CNET, The Verge, and many other tech journals rate ExpressVPN the #1 VPN in the world. So protect yourself with the VPN that I use and trust. Use our link at expressvpn.com/offtopic today. You get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/offtopic. Visit expressvpn.com/offtopic to learn more.
I think I could do it. I'm probably immune at this point.
From sugar?
But the thing is,
yeah,
you're the polar opposite because you're not immune to the alcohol.
That's true. I'm not immune to the alcohol at all. I'm done with that. But
how many? Okay, if I gave you $50, how many spoonfuls of sugar could you just eat?
Oh no,
50?
Like, yeah. If I was like, I'll get like if I say, give me 7 spoonfuls of sugar, would you do that for $50?
No, because I feel
He's
like
pausing. That makes me think that he would. Yeah,
7. I feel like that's nothing for Matt. I feel
like the only reason I say no is because I'd be worried that I'd have an aversion to it after. Like that experience would ruin it for me. It wouldn't be worth $50. Yeah, exactly.
Trying to make a good number.
Yeah.
God.
Well, everything's cake now, Jack. I don't want to ruin that.
Oh, I know everything is cake. Good God.
I don't know.
About 15 spoonfuls for $200.
Ooh,
that's a lot of spoonfuls.
It's still not better. You're
so many.
Jeremy, it's gonna have to be a way higher number because you're potentially ruining all food for me.
But Matt, that's only double
the rest
sugar,
of the food's already ruined.
The money.
Yeah. See, I really up those ratios.
He's like, this will be my best day of eating ever, and then everything else.
Also,
from that point on is crap.
That'd probably be like the tipping point for diabetes.
It would be. It's
long
Matt,
past the tipping point.
Matt, it's waiting for you.
I don't know.
It's lying.
I feel like I've gotten away from it for a while.
That's not how that works.
Chasing
for a while. What is it? What does that mean? I mean, you think it got tired?
Yeah, it got tired.
Diabetes ran out of breath, so it's just not going to chase Matt.
Yeah, it's like, it's not worth it. What's the point? We're not going to get him anyway.
Jeremy, Matt's got a point though. We should go heavy, like 30 spoonfuls, but $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
30 spoonfuls of sugar. I'll kick in $500 to watch Matt eat 30 spoonfuls.
I mean, I'd go for 30 spoonfuls of sugar for $1,000. You kidding me?
Yeah, but I wouldn't get the same satisfaction out of watching you doing it.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a garbage disposal in there.
It's where you got to spend your money. Also, I'm not like, there's no added bonus of potentially ruining sugar for you. This could shatter Matt's reality.
It's true.
It's true.
That's like, Matt, how many hot dogs do you think? If I gave you an hour, how many hot dogs do you think you could eat in an hour? And that's just bun and dog. Like if you want to put stuff on it, you can, but I'm saying like Kobayashi, Joey Chestnut, like how many dogs could you eat in an hour?
They're not humans though, so
yeah, that's the thing. I probably actually
they're professionals.
Couldn't do that many.
Right.
Probably
in
only
an hour.
Michael, here's my thing. I'm willing to bet that Jeremy could eat more hot dogs in an hour than Matt could.
I think he probably could.
I agree.
I don't really eat in a high volume. I just eat,
I totally agree.
bad things.
You could eat more.
I
than
don't really
could,
eat
too.
in a high volume. You know, sometimes I do, but very rarely. I just don't have any like self-respect.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You know, like it's just like I'd be like, I'm full, but it'd be pretty funny if I got another hot dog in there.
I know that game, Jeremy.
You know, yeah.
You encroached, and I let you have it.
Man,
it's a throne I never wished to sit on, but
right,
it is where I'm planted.
Well, I also like, to be fair, I think Jeremy has more control of his body too. Like, I think Jeremy, you're probably more in touch with your body than Matt is.
I touch my body a lot. Yeah.
So
me and my body have an agreement. I'll leave you alone. You leave me alone.
We're not on speaking terms.
I think Jeremy's got the willpower just to force hot dogs and like, all right, we're gonna eat this now.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll force a hot dog.
This is like, I remember when I first started at Rooster Teeth in 2011, and Achievement Hunter was guides, awu, fails, horse, rage quit. That's it. That was the whole channel. That was all the shows that we made. And Rooster Teeth did shorts, mostly shorts and RVB. So I got here and I, besides editing, I went, I can eat stuff. And that became a series of me just eating things or putting things in my mouth. And then Extra Life happened and it really kicked off with the lava cakes.
Yeah.
That was it. We had enough room on the landscape where someone going, I'll eat a lot of something until the point of vomit. And someone said, there's room for that to be uploaded. We can make that somewhat regular. Barbecue sauce, ketchup, cinnamon, whatever. And then Gavin usually kind of pushed it with the bedding of like, the gummy bear thing. And then Jeremy showed up and I was like, this guy looks like he can eat stuff. And Jeremy said, I'll eat stuff. So then I started eating less stuff.
And so I ate.
So you ate. You said,
nice.
Let there be cake. And I'll
let
eat
there be cake. Yeah. And then put the cake in me and also a bunch of gummy bears or some shit. Whatever's on the plate.
Man, Extra Life. People have been asking about Extra Life. Extra Life is going to be interesting this year because a lot of it's going to depend on how the U.S. looks. I was going to say how the planet looks, but the planet is getting better. U.S. is just trash. So a lot of that's going to be based on what kind of production we can do. And so those of you who are curious, yes, we are talking about Extra Life. We have conversations starting now about how exactly we're going to work it out. So stay tuned for more information on that. But it's going to be interesting. Like, see what, if we had to do it from home, how would that look and what would we do differently? And so I'm curious to see how it's going to work out, but I'm psyched with the company is very quick to change and alter stuff if we have to, and we've been pretty good about we went from working in office to working at home, and it really is about a week, and we kind of had it figured out for at least with Achievement Hunter, and so
and excluding your internet woes.
Yeah, and I got that sorted. That was a month of me screaming at Spectrum. Apparently I gave the issues to Jeremy.
That was bad.
Yeah.
I escaped it.
I ate.
I told you about. What's funny, it was you upgrading your internet is what really ruined it. That's when everything really kicked off, because it was we were all kind of on the low end of having the bandwidth that we needed. And I went, hey, I can upgrade in my area. So then you looked into it and you said, oh, I can upgrade too. And then everything went to shit after that.
Well, the thing was, I assumed my internet issues were because I had just lower service, and I'm like, oh, I can upgrade. That'll fix everything. And then I upgraded and it didn't change. And I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. And so, and then it was a matter of a month or so of me yelling at people, and then another month of them finally refining stuff. But now it works fine, to the point where I was uploading a video to start this episode, and I was fine. No one noticed that, did they?
I had no idea. I'm blown away right now.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So just, all I got to do is yell a whole lot and demand to get what you pay for, and you can get it. But anyway,
the customer is always right.
So
sometimes
USA is trash right now, right? We're just terrible. We're just horrible.
It's garbage. Yeah, it's garbage.
We're so bad.
What state was it that just issued an order revoking all
Georgia
mandates on masks. Was it Georgia?
The governor,
Cool.
governor of Georgia, basically enacted.
Sounds very Georgia.
Enacted. I don't know if it's a law or it's an announcement or what, but basically said like local municipalities are not allowed to make mask orders. It's basically what Texas had until Abbott finally wisened up after thousands of Texans died.
Begging people to wear masks.
Yeah. Hey, Trump wore a mask in public once.
He did. He did.
Yeah. I'm beyond the whole like people like, oh, I don't want to hear about politics. I don't care. At this point, it's so ridiculous.
It's
and
pretty
so
bad.
Stupid.
Here's the thing too.
If you listen to Trump for your news about all of this stuff going on right now, you're dumb. Stop it. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. You're an idiot for listening to him and believing him.
I went on a similar tirade very recently, Jack.
You're also.
I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I try to get away from politics.
Not smart.
People are dying because of how stupid our government is being now.
Well, the thing too is though, you're also like masks aren't politics. Okay,
Yeah,
it's fucking
they're not.
science.
They're really
Just
not.
put the
It's
fucking
not
mask
science.
on. You dumb motherfucker. You dumb fuck.
Where's the proof?
Put the fucking
I get
mask
smothered
on,
by my own
shitbag.
CO2.
That's not.
Kids need to go back to
political.
school. Kids need to go back to school and be with their friends. No, they don't, because teachers
You're
also have to go back to school. Maintenance people have to go back to school. Cafeteria workers, bus drivers. There are thousands of people that work in every district, and you're in. Oh, just
I don't want to hear.
so stupid.
It's political or it's like removing your freedoms. Shut the fuck up. Just shut your mouth. Just shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. Shut up. Putting a mask on your face doesn't remove your freedom, you stupid motherfucker. You fucking dumb shit idiot. Okay?
It really is one of those final moments.
Put it on, you fucking moron.
God.
You idiot. You stupid fucking idiot.
I went on a
Jesus
total thing.
Christ.
Yeah, I went on a thing recently because I was like, when he got elected, my first tweet when he got elected was like, you know what? I wish him all the best. And that's what I said. I was like,
it's true.
I didn't like it. But you know what? I wish him the best. I hope he surrounds himself with very smart people and like that this just happens and then it goes.
Yeah.
And like I kept doing that. And I kept trying to jump in on certain points where it was like these videos would come out and I'm like, okay, but I can see like maybe how this might have been taken out of context and blah, blah, blah. Like maybe and I kept doing that. And I finally got to the point now where I'm like, yeah, like people are dying. Come on. Like now you're not smart.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You're not smart.
Anyway,
you barely know what that means.
Yeah, I'm done with the whole it's like we're not getting political. We're not getting political. Yes, 100%. It's political. This is stupid. If you're listening to what's going on and you believe them, you're wrong. The fact they're trying to silence Fauci right now, they're trying to discredit Fauci, who's the leader of this, who's been doing it since the 80s. It's so stupid. It's like it's so blatantly obvious that they're like, oh well, we're wrong, so let's blame the guy. Let's say, oh look, he gave us wrong information. It's like, no, he was saying everything, and he was trying to compromise a little to make it not sound like you are all being complete morons. And now that he proved that you are being complete morons, like, well, he's the bad guy. Look at him. It's like, no. When the leader of our government isn't wearing a mask, that sets an example for everyone. And I don't care who you are. If you see the president of the United States ignoring mask orders, going to plants where he ignores mask orders, people are going to look at that and be like, oh, well, I don't need to wear a mask. The president's not wearing a mask. He's supposed to be the shining beacon, the example that's set for all Americans. And he's the leader of our country, and he's being a complete fucking idiot. And it drives me so crazy. And it's... People are dying. People are dying right now because of the stupidity going on in this country, and they will continue to die.
Like, an insane amount. And like, so I just do the same thing like every day. I jump on there. I see what the numbers are for Texas. I look at it and I go, we're fucked. And then I take a look at Massachusetts and I go, they're not as fucked. And that makes me a little happy. That gives me a little bit of happiness. I just go, the family's safe and everything stay, they're good.
I dialed it in. I checked Travis County. It's fucked.
Yeah,
which is where Austin is.
I mean, but
Texas as a whole, that can burn around me. That's fine.
Right.
Where I'm at, still fucked. Super fucked.
Yep.
And then sometimes it goes down. I go, hang on, it's down. Next day, whoop, nope, back up. Never mind.
And you have to wait a little bit, like, because I look at like Middlesex County where I grew up in Massachusetts.
Well, I grew up in Middlesex County.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And like, but I look at that and I'm like, oh, they had 50 new cases. And I look at Travis County, it's like 500 new cases.
Yeah, we're hitting about 700 usually a day.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get that also. Travis County's giant, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of people in Travis County. But like, still, those numbers shouldn't be happening. I mean, come on, people.
No, they said I
Anyway.
can't remember when this was announced. I don't think I mentioned it on the last off topic. I've absolutely mentioned it a bunch of times already because it's fucking pissing me off. But a couple days ago, they said that they released numbers that if Florida were a country, they'd be the fourth highest country in new cases.
Yeah.
They had
Florida.
over 15,000 in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of lists like that where it's like if Florida was a country, it'd be the #1 country where drunk people try to wrestle alligators. Like, it's like, Florida's got a lot of things like
that.
that.
Was a little bit
true.
more specific, though, first of all, because of the alligators.
Yeah.
They don't
All
really
right.
exist in many
They got
other places.
gators,
Okay,
Matt.
if Florida were a country, it's probably #2 in the world where half naked people will scream at pigeons on a freeway. Like, Florida is that.
It's like
That
Florida
is
and
what Florida
Russia
is.
are, next to each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey.
on a selfish note though, it's like I want to be able to travel. Like I miss traveling. I miss seeing my friends. I miss going out and doing things.
Well,
and like and we've seen so many times where it's like we could get rid of, or we could make this to a point where it's containable within a month or two if just everyone wore masks, and we could get back to at least some sense of normalcy.
That's
like,
even the biggest thing of people talking about my freedoms, and then people talking about we got to restart the economy. You fucked it all.
Yeah,
you fucked it all up. I've been home almost 4 months. Living in my house 4 fucking months. And then like three months in, I'm going, when's it going to end? And they're going, dude, Texas is blowing up. And I go, great, wasted 3 months at home because you assholes are running around like fucking maniacs, having spring break, fucking sucking each other off outside, doing outdoor barbecues, frolicking in the park. Just fucking stay home for a goddamn month, and it'd be at least settled to like a reasonable point.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and again, I'm lucky that we haven't experienced the other thing people keep freaking out about, like, this is COVID, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. It's like you're fucking breaking the hospital system for everything that has nothing to do with COVID. Don't get into a car accident, don't fucking need stitches, don't break a bone, because you're fucked. They're overflowing, they're flooded, they're at max capacity because you assholes won't stop going outside or going outside without masks on or having fucking parties with 100 people. So now, like, anyone that is in need of reasonable medical attention, it's like, we don't know. We don't have a bed for you.
Yeah.
People have legit COVID parties. You've heard about that, I'm sure.
Silly,
Dumbest
nilly,
thing I could
willy.
possibly imagine to do right now.
It is the dumbest thing.
Like, unless
Like,
you invite an alligator to it as well, then that's dumb.
Then maybe.
That's it. You found peak. But
No, the
come on,
alligator would be
dude.
like, what the fuck are these people?
Tyler said it's been 124 days since we went into quarantine. Jesus Christ.
No, dude,
Feels so
124
long.
days.
Time has broken in that the moment you're in feels like it's moving slower than ever. Like it feels like getting to tomorrow takes forever. But then when you look back, you go, oh shit, it's July.
It's crazy.
Retrospectively, it's going very quickly. Looking forward, it's going extremely slowly. And it's so weird.
Oh, it's so icky.
It's icky, dude.
That's
it's
why
fucking Icarus.
That's why I've got pineapple cider now.
That's why I got
that's why I
whatever
drink.
liquor
Here's
I'm
what you
drinking
do.
now.
You go to eastciders.com or whatever. I don't know, Google it. I don't know what the exact website is. And there's a locator, and they'll tell
Austin
you
East Ciders,
they'll tell you who carries them and which flavors. Because
There's a lot of flavors.
Not every place has pineapple.
Well,
So you can just search for any of their ciders, or you can literally pick the cider because they sell them at like I don't know if they sell them at HEBs, and they sell them at like gas stations basically. And so there's a ton of locations, and they're not just in Austin. I don't know how far they go, but I know because I posted about it, and people were saying like, "Oh, I can get that in Maryland."
if you've never had a cider before, I highly recommend Ace Pear. That's my favorite, and that's kind of like a general, like a big nationwide chain. That one's really, really tasty. It's real
Ace
sweet.
also has a pineapple. Ace has a pineapple that's also very, very good. Yeah, Kat loves the Ace pineapple. She
There's
gets it
also
all the time.
There's one called Woodchuck. There's a Woodchuck Amber that's so good. Oh, that's another tasty one.
And we talked about Recorder League recently. Jack.
Recorder League. I need to figure out where it is. Like now that you brought that,
You
up
have to
again,
order it. You like have to special order that stuff.
I will do that. I will.
Not a US
I'm
brand.
I'm gonna look right now. Recorder League. League.
It's spelled like an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
REKORDERLIG.
Yeah, it's very like, I don't know where it's from, but it seems very like Viking land. About
So
it.
while
Got a
we're
Tonal Line and more.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by DoorDash. Between never-ending laundry cycles and incoming emails, you got plenty on your to-do list. Give yourself one less thing to worry about and let DoorDash take care of your next meal. DoorDash is the app that brings you food you're craving right now, right to your door. Ordering is easy. Open the DoorDash app, choose what you want to eat, and your food will be left safely outside your door with the new contactless delivery drop-off setting. With over 300,000 partners in the U.S., Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia. You can support your local go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Chipotle, Wendy's, and the Cheesecake Factory. Many of your favorite local restaurants are still open for delivery. Just open the DoorDash app, select your favorite local restaurant, and your food will be left at your door. You want the food? You open the app, you order the food, you get the food. DoorDash deliveries are now contactless to keep communities they operate in safe. Right now, our listeners can get $5 off their first order of $15 or more and zero delivery fees for their first month when you download the DoorDash app and enter code OFFTOPIC. That's $5 off your first order and zero delivery fees for a month when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code OFFTOPIC. Don't forget, that code is OFFTOPIC for $5 off your first order with DoorDash.
Oh, sweet. Sorry.
No, I was just looking at. I saw it. Trevor's floating around in the RT chat, and that reminded me of something. While we're talking about this and not being political, did you hear about the Goya thing? Because we have. I don't know if anybody's seen this, but there's this crazy shit going on. There's this crazy shit going on with Goya, and you know, there's a certain.
You want to explain what's going on, Michael?
Not really.
I don't want to get into it. I could just basically be vague about it.
I'll get into it if you
want.
No, we don't need to.
Hang on.
I can do it.
Hang on. You know, people in certain positions, you know, in positions of power and positions of influence, you know, are forbidden. And in certain cases, it's illegal to endorse or show bias to like a product or a brand. And we have some kind of shocking footage or a photo here of something that I think breaks that. I don't even know the legality of it. I don't know if you want to throw it up on the screen there. I've seen something and it's unsettling. Okay, so we see here. Okay, I thought you'd go right to the image that I was referring to because I kind of led into it more that it was Trevor, and I thought it'd be funnier. But go to the one that I asked for. It's. I saw this Goya thing and I went, holy shit, Trevor did that. She's doing the thing that Trevor did in that photo shoot.
There it is.
This is kind of what I was insinuating as the joke that I was talking about Trevor, and Trevor is at the bottom of the Goya controversy. Trevor is a manager of the Achievement Hunter brand. He can't be running around promoting Goya and not telling people if it's an ad or not. I don't know if was he paid for this or does he just love beans?
Dude, it's so...
How can he use his office like that and promote materials from his office? That's straight up illegal.
Brought to you by ExpressVPN.
There's Trevor's stream not real in chat.
You didn't even see the fake one yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
God.
That's so good. We got our TV back. Nice.
You can use that Pam meme right there. That they're the same photo.
Yeah.
Like, which photo switch? They're the same.
We were talking about it before we started, and I went, it's crazy that photo of Ivanka, because it was like, that's Trevor, and he was doing the joke. Like what a odd photo that she took, besides the whole thing behind it of like, I'm just going to take a picture of a can of beans because Goya said, good job, so we're going to suck off Goya. But I'm like, what an inhuman photo, right? Like, what a weird, like, I'm taking a photo. And I was just like, that Trevor did that for the moonball thing, and that was a joke. And then they put up the picture, and I couldn't believe how accurate it was. Just from my memory, I thought it was kind of similar. It's almost the exact same fucking shot.
If you look at that photo of her, though, like if we can put that photo of her back up again, it looks like someone's like threatening her just off camera. Like she has this look on her face, like,
worried.
Is this right? Am I doing this correctly?
These are the beans, right?
So it's crazy.
Wait, these are beans?
Yeah, I'm like
these are
this
beans.
is what beans are?
You took that picture in 2020.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, I got something to let you know about. So I looked up Recorder League Strawberry Lime, which is like the most delicious one. I found on beermenus.com. There's two places near us when I put in Austin, Texas, two places near us that have it. The Red, White, and Brew It's on 120 East Thomas Street in Hammond,
that wins
Louisiana.
name-wise.
It's in Hammond, Louisiana. It's 447 miles away.
Oh,
and then LD's
Close.
Beer Run has it. It's only 800 or 484 miles away in Jackson, Mississippi. So
far.
if you want to make a drive,
wait, what town in Louisiana?
Louisiana, it's Hammond, Louisiana. 70401. I don't know where that is.
I was really hot and sweaty, and I wiped my face, and then broadcast cut to me.
We'll
And I
see
was
here.
shocked.
Listen, I drove to Louisiana. That's where I drove to, right?
Yeah,
That's where the hanging jail was.
Yeah. So this is.
That's not that bad. It's like 5
yeah,
hours.
Louisiana's not that bad.
That's
to drive.
not good.
Ooh, no, this is a ways into Louisiana though.
Oh shit, ass.
Yeah, it's near New Orleans. It's just northwest of New Orleans.
Just stop in New Orleans.
So that's about a 9-hour drive for some cider.
Oh, one way, 9 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
That's a
do
weekend.
that.
You can do that. Leave on a Friday night.
No,
and
no.
get there
You know why I
Saturday
can't
morning.
do that? Normally, Jack, I'd be right on your side right there. I'd be like, I can do that, and fuck yeah, I'll do it. No, because I'm not gonna stay in a hotel anywhere.
Yeah.
That's
Nowadays,
fair.
like you can't do that, and like also it is fairly close to New Orleans. Like looking at it,
Yeah.
if I was going to make a drive like that, I'd want to go to New Orleans. And again,
Yep.
right now, that's not a good thing to do. And I'd be like, fuck.
Well, let's see. Let's check out this Jackson,
You think I
Mississippi
could
one.
socially distance on a fan boat?
Yeah, the fan would keep all the particles away. You'd be fine. Yeah.
You can find the gator for the COVID party. And bring it home with
Oh,
you.
fuck yeah.
Grab him.
Get in there and get a gator.
Oh yeah.
Gonna
So
take you a fun party. Don't you worry.
it's funny. The one in Mississippi is like just due north of the one in Louisiana on I-55.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's a good 10 hours away or so.
Yeah.
Just go up to Dallas and hit, what is that, 20?
Wah, wah.
Yeah, hit
I don't
20
even
and
remember
just
what
go
town the
east.
hanging jail was in. I forget.
Not Monroe. What was it?
All
It
I know
was-
is that the roads that went there were fucking awesome. They were
yeah.
just like empty. It was just like that straight road, just trees on either side,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a tunnel of trees. You can see like miles down the road.
That was DeRidder.
No cars. Oh,
DeRidder, Louisiana is where the hanging jail
that was in DeRidder? Okay.
Yeah, it's called the
Yeah.
Gothic Jail on Google. God,
Yeah, because
that was
its
a fun
parents
one.
don't understand it.
Yeah. It shops
And then,
exclusively at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
I wonder if that
Quiet,
pizza
man. We sell
place is
stuff
still
there
open.
sometimes.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Quiet. Quiet, you.
Fox's Den?
Yeah, Fox is
That
down.
was the pizza split. That was
I'm looking for it on the map. I'm not seeing it though.
Somebody
Oh,
said
there it
there
is.
was
Yeah,
a chain.
Fox's Den, DeRidder. Yeah, DeRidder. Excuse me.
The Riddler.
It's on the corner.
Watch out,
of,
Batman.
It's on the
The Riddler's
corner
coming.
of North Pine and
That's a
Bilbo.
Jamaican
That was-
Batman villain.
Yeah.
So they're still open for delivery. Oh, they're actually they're open for dine-in as well. So maybe don't do that.
Yeah, head on in.
Anyway. So yeah, if you want to make a drive, you want to make a 10-hour drive, 20-hour round trip, let me know. I'll follow you in my car.
How much would it cost to favor that?
I don't think you could, Matt.
Probably
They'd
a
probably
lot.
say fuck off. Yeah.
Well, I'm
For
sure
similar reasons that I don't want to drive there.
we
They
could-
would say,
we could
I don't want to
find-
drive to you.
we could find one. We could find one favor that'd be willing to do it. I think. Just
Probably.
make a
That,
weekend out of it.
That Mr. Beast guy that spends like fuck tons of money
Oh yeah.
on YouTube all the time.
He got hacked yesterday.
Did he really?
Well, everyone did. Twitter. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Everyone
Sorry, go ahead.
important.
Everyone important. Yeah. So I
didn't.
slid right under that radar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremy, you and I
Um,
escaped. We could.
Yeah, we're good. We're not important enough. But I do know that he made a video one time. He spent a bunch of money where he took an Uber from New York to LA or something.
Oof.
Like he had the person drive him across the entire United States. And the person was like a truck driver. So they were like,
Oh, they don't give a shit.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was like, hey, I want to go here. Is that something you're willing to do? And the guy like called his wife and was like, I'm going to do this.
They probably gave him like a 5 or 6 or probably 5 figures. I imagine it. Probably at least 10 grand or something.
Yeah, he gives like so much money. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, Jeremy, we took a really long Uber in San Francisco. That's like I didn't think they would even go that long.
It was like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, it
right?
was. It was
Yeah.
a pretty long trip.
You know, we have a connection with Mr. Beast. Will Hyde, who used to work for Rooster Teeth, now works for Mr. Beast.
Oh, tell him to do one of those videos with me where he just gives me money for something.
Cool. Do one of those videos with me.
Yeah.
Ryan Flannery in chat says, "Can I send liquor through the mail? I can walk to my local LCBO and buy a case for you." Ooh, I don't know. Can you?
I mean,
international? Can you ship international?
Go for it. I mean, that's up to you. It's probably
you've got the office address, 1901 East 51st Street, Austin, Texas 78723.
You got the office
we're still
address,
getting mail there.
Didn't,
we still have mail at the office. So if you want to send us stuff, we still have people there that are accepting mail, and we have security on campus right now. It's basically the only people there.
They're currently shooting the virus anytime it shows up.
Yeah.
Apparently, he tipped the Uber driver $15,000.
There you go. Yeah.
Damn.
Hell of a tip.
Hell of a tip for like 1 day, basically.
Yeah.
No, that's like a 3-day, man.
Well,
zero chance.
1 day. What am I talking about? Because from Massachusetts to here is 31 hours. So
also, he had to get back.
Yeah.
But again, he's a truck driver, so I guess he's used to that kind of stuff. You know, the hours they do on the road, which like right now I go, hey, that sounds pretty good. Like just hauling ass and driving and listening to music and stuff like that. But once it's a career and you have to repeatedly, then you're like, ugh.
Javier also works for Mr. Beast, as Trevor and Steffi, who slacked me. He's one of our DPs on Haunter.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
He's getting everybody.
Yeah,
Jeremy, you should
scooping up the Rooster Teeth family. Oh, anyway, so Twitter got hacked.
Yeah.
What was with that?
Yeah, so what happened? Well, when they say hacked, it was socially hacked. So someone either blackmailed or just paid off someone who worked at Twitter.
Oh, really?
Who was like high up. Yeah, it wasn't like an actual hack. It was they basically got a hold of this guy, gave him a shitload of money. He gave them access to his account, which basically had like a security board where he could just get into anyone's account. He could change anyone's email addresses. So they got into that guy's account, changed a bunch of email addresses of like, it was like Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Apple, Uber, and a bunch of other really, really high profile ones, changed the email address, changed the passwords, logged in, and basically had a message saying like, I'll give you money if you send me Bitcoin. And they made something like I think off Elon Musk alone, it was like 30 grand off Bitcoin. And then Twitter was freaking out, and Twitter shut down the account. Or basically, anyone with a verified account couldn't post. They just disabled them all. And so there was like about an hour window where anyone who was verified couldn't post on Twitter. All they could do was retweet stuff. And I was very confused by that because I was trying to write to someone. Someone was being an asshole to me on Twitter, and so I had a snarky comment. I wrote something out, and I was gonna send it and then block them, and it wouldn't let me send it, so I just had to block them. So
that's you should unblock them and you are allowed to send it today.
Like what if Schwarzenegger didn't have his last one-liner before he just blew a guy away? Like you got to say something and then get rid of him. But instead, I just had to block the guy. So anyway, but but it's pretty wild.
Remember when I said I'd block you last? I lied.
So anyway, but it's wild. But everyone said like Twitter got hacked. Technically, they got socially hacked. It wasn't like someone like hacked into the Gibson and did stuff and made it work. They actually got a hold of someone's account who then had everyone's account. So Anyway, so don't worry if you're still protected. It was just their massive mistake. And so that could have gone really bad if they got into like Trump's accounts.
It would appear said, a blue like, check mark is not as good as you might have thought. Perhaps it was your greatest enemy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't notice until after it already happened, so it didn't affect me.
Social engineering is what it's called. Thank you very much. What I see Steffi in all caps writing, that was Sarah. Did Sarah do this? Was this her fault?
It seems Sarah hacked Steffi.
What? Oh, sorry. Sarah told me that Javier also worked for Mr. Beast. I saw the S and assumed it was on my phone. Sorry, Steffi. I hate to get you confused for Sarah. My bad.
What? Okay, Lindblad, what did I say to make you mad now? Why was I down there again? I looked over. I glanced.
You shrunk down.
I don't know what I did.
You ruffle that guy's feathers.
I do, yeah. I ruffle them, and then they're on the board. It's the switches. He gets
feather fingers.
Like,
they're hacking you.
The puppeteer.
Putting you down low.
Is the puppeteer the word I'm looking for there?
Yeah, the puppeteer is the guy that does this. That controls the marionettes.
The marionette was the word I couldn't think of.
I don't know what you said.
Mannequin?
I don't. You started saying something, but also the marionette is the puppet.
Is the puppet. Got
itself. That's us. That's us,
yeah.
We're the marionettes. This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Honey. We all shop online a lot, some more than others, myself included. I buy a lot online. But did you know you can make online shopping even better with Honey? Honey is the free online shopping tool that saves you money online. Honey automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them to your cart, which makes online shopping finally feel as easy as it's supposed to be. Honey is super easy to use. Just install and start saving. I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. Imagine you're shopping one of your favorite sites: Target, Sephora, Macy's, Etsy, Walmart, Amazon, etc. Stores, you've heard of them. You're shopping there. When you check out, this little box drops down, and all you have to do is click apply coupons, wait a few seconds for it to scan for every promo code on the internet, and watch the prices drop. Lindsay's the go-to forager in my household. We need things. She gets the supplies. She's been doing some sewing lately while stuck at home, repairing some old things, some old clothes, some old blankets and whatnot. So she needed some thick needles. She got a nice needle set. Used Honey, $5 off. She was telling me all about it. And I was like, oh, I'll use that. And then she kept telling me about it. And I was just like, I don't know nothing about needles and thread, but I do know about saving money with Honey. So thanks for letting me know about that. Honey has found its over 18 million members, over $2 billion in savings. That's $2 billion saved, billions with a B, for free. Honey also supports over 30,000 online stores, and they're adding more every day, and users love Honey. That's why it has over 100,000 five-star reviews on the Google Chrome store. Not using Honey is literally passing up free money. It's free to use, installs in just a few seconds. Plus, it's now part of the PayPal family. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/offtopic. That's joinhoney.com/offtopic.
On my little podcast.
You can make it a project. Yeah, everybody.
I wonder. Ooh, Specs might have Recorder-Lig.
I mean, look it up. They probably have the same thing as eSiders. They probably just have like a store locator, like findmemyshit.com.
Wildberries, pear cider. Oh my god, I gotta go to Specs
Wildberries
today.
good. The Wildberries good, man.
All right, is this one? Which? Okay, curbside. Oh god, I've got to get this. I'm getting this tonight. I'm having a little game night with some friends tonight, so having some cider to go along with it would be good.
Doing some tabletop, or
tabletop simulator. So it's fun.
I did one of those kind of recently with I
don't know. We've got a few different games we could play.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah, should be fun. Like last time we played some Clue. It was good times, and yeah. I didn't know in Clue you could only make a guess when it's your turn. I thought it was like I thought you could basically say it whenever.
I think can't you make like the full accusation at any point?
No, it has to be your turn for you to make the full accusation.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you could make an accusation
That's actually one thing I love about like the video game versions of board games, because they teach me how I was supposed to play it the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Oh, this is what I was doing wrong.
Yeah. I've been terrible all the way.
It's like bidding in Monopoly, or like the auction.
Oh yeah, like you're supposed to do that if you don't.
Yeah, you're supposed to do the auction if you don't want to buy something.
Yeah,
and like I learned that from the video game.
But fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck off. Just say no and put it back on the thing for the next person. Who gives a shit?
Okay. Oh, that stuff is expensive.
Have you ever played that with all auctions?
What does that mean?
Like the only way you can buy anything is by auction.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
it would take 9 years.
It's very much immediately like, well, I'm screwing you over. You're paying a lot of money for that property if you need it. Fuck off.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, we should do that.
So, anyway, what else is going on? Anyone make any puzzles lately?
I've got one.
No. Pat's getting ever closer to finishing that puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The giant one from Extra Life. Yeah.
I just finished Dante Bosco's book. That was nice. So it's a shorter book, but it's a little autobiography. I dig it. I love autobiography, or I love biographies in general. And so I got that. Now moving on to the Neil Gaiman Norse Mythology book before Valhalla comes out.
Oh, Kat is all over that book.
Oh yeah,
she loves it. Neil Gaiman is if Neil Gaiman's written it, Kat has read it and loves it. Yeah, loves that guy.
So I need to finish that. I want to finish that before we get to Valhalla, and then God, I have so many books that I want to read. Ready Player 2 got announced.
Oh, nice.
We talked about it before.
As many players.
we talked about it. The first Ready Player One, like Ready Player One was an okay book. It was a fun book. It was meant for me because like the sort of Ernie Klein who wrote it is very much in line. Like he's just a few years older than I am, and like the sort of experiences he had, like movies in the 80s and video games. That's all the stuff I went through.
Did he help
so, like,
that he had the Ghostbuster car?
Yeah, he had the Ecto 88. He's got a DeLorean.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he's got a DeLorean that he made to look like the Back to the Future car, but he also threw Ghostbuster stuff on it. So it's the Ecto 88.
Yeah, I was chilling at the office. That was cool.
And then, but anyway, so like that book was written for me. It's not the greatest book, but I had a lot of fun with it. And so, but anyway, they've got a sequel. He's got a sequel coming out in November, so I'm excited for that one. I'm
I bet the movie will be right behind that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it took someone like Spielberg to be able to make the first movie just due to the sheer amount of just material in it, like copywritten material. And you have to be like, hey, Spielberg's going to make a movie. Do you want to put your stuff in it? Like, oh yeah, okay, Spielberg's doing it. But it was like Joe Schmo. Be like, who? No, go away. Stop it.
I don't know. I've heard a lot about this Joe Schmo guy.
He had a TV show.
He does a lot. He gets in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's worth noting, having cracked open this is light years better than this.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
100%.
It really does. It really blows it out of the water.
Dude.
And you know what? Maybe you have differing opinions, but they're wrong.
I want one so badly, but I used all of mine playing Pokemon.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean you used them?
I've been doing this like randomizer
power-ups
thing. No, they are. They kept me going. Basically, like I've just been picking random Pokemon to try and beat Pokemon Stadium, and it sucks ass. Like, it's so bad.
I can imagine.
I know of that thing that you're speaking of.
I was just fighting one dude for like 17 hours, and
was it Blaine?
It was Blaine. It was fucking Blaine, and now it's worse after that. There's more people that are harder, and I hate it. But it's still
Is
fun.
it that Magmar?
Yeah, Magmar, psychic. Apparently, I didn't know that. And then it destroyed my entire team. The butt head really fucked me up.
There's Blaines in that butt cheek forehead of his.
His Charizard
ugly at birth.
It's so weird because I remember playing Gen 1 as a kid and being like, oh yeah, it's just a fun little time, having a fun romp. And now as an adult, I'm like, what? Why this? Fuck this.
Did you say romp as a kid? That's weird.
Well, I mean, there
were they romp and
play. But no, dude, it's rough, dude.
Dude, you know what I'm excited to play tonight because it just came out today? It's a new expansion for Super Hot.
Oh, nice.
It comes out today.
Hot.
Yeah, it's called Super Hot Mind Control Delete. Came out today.
I was actually just listening to Ryan be a nerd this morning, and he was like, VR, I'm a nerd, wires, computer, but they were talking about VR games. And
was I there for this? Because if I was,
you were probably there.
It did not sound like you just described.
Yeah, no, it did. It sounded just like that. Ryan, here, let me lay the equation out. Ryan, VR, computers, nerd. Okay, it all happened. It all added up. Okay.
Okay.
But just listening to him talk about how easy it is to do VR now, I was like, I should buy VR for my PC just because you can do it wireless and without like a million lighthouses and setups. Like, give me the okay one because I finally have space. I have space where I can do it, but I just can't set shit up all around my room.
So they have a walk around one without lighthouses?
I don't know if it was walk around.
They've got the Oculus Quest, I think.
That's a word that was said this morning.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
it was also an S.
Walk around though.
Someone kept saying the word S.
Still there.
I want the lighthouse.
Because I got the lighthouses there and there right now.
No, the Quest. The Quest is just the headset. You don't need the lighthouses.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Pretty sure.
It must have some reference point, some camera.
Now this nerd shit.
Maybe it has like a gyro in it.
Come to fruition.
Definitely does.
I could eat a gyro, but I'm talking about VR.
I need more. I need more space before I could ever do that. But I want the lighthouses, so it scans the whole area.
Well,
I don't know how
it doesn't
works,
really do that. Well, it doesn't really scan the whole area.
In my head, it scans the whole area.
I'll tell you, the amount of times I've punched this fucking fridge.
Yeah, dude. It's just because you were thirsty.
It's not a huge area. I recently played through all of Half-Life Alyx, which was phenomenal. Like super fun VR. Like that's what VR games should be. But the other thing I realized about it is like it's a full video game. So it's like 14 chapters. And so it's hours and hours and hours. I can do like 2 hours max in VR. Like that's maximum to like be in VR just for that. With like having screens like in your brain. It's just like,
last time we talked about VR on the podcast or somewhere, I mentioned that I don't like VR because I wear glasses, and so like having that VR set smashed against my glasses, just I can't do it for that long. Someone sent me, someone tweeted me or something, a link to a place that does prescription lenses for headsets. And so I'm going to get my eyes checked soon because my eyes are going again. And so I'm going to do that and then get the prescription lenses in where you can like, and like, it's like here, you can do it for Vive, you can do it for Oculus and like all the different versions. You just tell them which one, you tell them your prescription, and it's like $50 for a set of lenses. And I'm like, yeah, 100% I will do that because I just, my VR headset is just sitting here not doing anything. So it's like, if I could see in it, then hell yeah, I absolutely would try it. So I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to try that.
That's perfect.
The chat is educating me. The Quest is you don't have a computer, and the Rift S you can plug it into the computer, but neither one have lighthouses. It's all in the headset.
That's crazy.
So I would probably
wonder how accurate it is.
I would get the one with the computer because I imagine you have more options. So we just need to plug into your computer.
Yeah.
And I don't know what are like some go-to VR games, but we can get into that later.
We can get into that after the bell. Now, let me ask you this, audience. Did you hear the bell? I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait to see if they answer because it'll take too long. But I'll just assume you've answered me at some point, and I'll be outraged if you didn't hear it. But that's the first bell, which you're now hearing once again after this was finally sorted out last week. And that's just a reminder to us to thank you, first members, for supporting Rooster Teeth now more than ever. And you know, if you're not a first member, you're enjoying RTTV for free right now. It's been free since the pandemic started, or since we started working from home, which is, you know, almost 4 months now. That's thanks to them firsties for supporting us, for giving us the ability to keep making content, to keep working from home, to keep, you know, streaming every day. And if you're not first, maybe give it a try. You know, there's a 7-day free trial. You can sign up. You can watch any first show we've ever put out. The whole back catalog is available to you. You can watch old shows, like any of the old hardcore shows or Haunter season 1 or 2. You can watch Weird Plays or airing right now. We got Hardcore Mini Golf. I think episode 6 came out yesterday. So there's 2 more. And then
2 more.
So 8 episodes. That was a lot of fun. That was the last thing. That was the last slice of real life that we tasted as far as production goes. I was like mid-March. But
man, I've been watching Hardcore Mini Golf with Katie, and like I literally last night I was watching an episode with her, and I was like, this is a real show. Like I could see this show being somewhere.
It's really, like, I mean, it is somewhere. You watched it.
It turned out so damn good that I'm like, man, that's really good. And like I would be happy to do like 2 seasons of that a year. And so maybe once the world stops, or maybe once the USA stops burning, then we can get back to it. So.
Gavin texted me about Hardcore Mini Golf the other day, and he was like, "Hey, I just watched you in this episode. Like, were you playing it up at all, or were you like really trying to do something? Like, you know, at one point, like I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible." But I took it and I was like, I was trying as hard as I physically could. there was no playing up right there.
Was this episode 6 or was this episode 5? Was it from the? I haven't watched the newest episode.
I think it's the newest one.
Okay,
I believe so.
It's interesting. I'm curious. Like, so the 7th episode is the 3rd place game, which is great, and then the finale obviously is the last game, and the finale we brought back everyone to watch. So if they didn't make it to the finale, they came to watch it.
Right.
And there's some stuff going on in that is just so damn funny. And
right. So if you hear us talking about that, we're like in these later episodes and stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that we've won anything, right? Or like we're still in it or anything like that. It just people are like kept around, kind of like be around during the rest of the game.
So anyway, you should watch Hardcore Mini Golf. It's coming to a close right now. So watch it so you don't get it spoiled for you, because people will talk about it when the finale comes out. So catch up to it. You got time. You got 6 weeks, 6 episodes right now, about 30 minutes a piece, and then the finale's coming out in 2 weeks. So it's great. Tyler says we got hacked. Someone is lowering your camera.
Oh no!
Oh wait!
Man!
Well,
how'd that
you get hacked or pay it off?
Damn!
They got socially engineered.
That's fine. I can take my penis out now. No one will see it.
No one would have seen it before.
Yeah, I don't know what.
You don't know. You don't know how far up my body it goes.
Just rest over your shoulder. Oh, that's you're doing him wrong.
It looks wider.
Yeah.
I missed the set.
I got some
Yeah,
broad
me too,
shoulders
dude.
before.
Missed
There
that
we go.
table.
Take up as much screen as I can.
I had to go get something from the office
is.
the other day, and I just missed sitting in the office. Like I sat at my desk for about 20 minutes while something was copying, and it was just like,
You just cried.
yeah, I just wept.
I wept into my keyboard.
I just gently
I
wept.
just cried.
Well,
Weeping.
I mean, we can talk about it, right? Like Achievement Hunter might be moving offices soon, and so even that, it's like I hope we end up back in there before we end up moving offices. So
I kind of don't want to. I might as well just move on. We haven't been there in
Just
4
start
months.
fresh.
What do I want to go back there for?
That's fair.
Just to see it die?
That's
you just
fair.
open the door, look at it, like the match, throw it, and walk out. Like, all right, we're done. So
Can
I hope
take
they
the
can.
painted
I hope
door?
they can wash the paint out of those drapes because they are
Oh, they're
water
gonna-
oh, yeah.
soluble.
they're gonna have to burn that whole room. Like
I
that's-
want the painted door to go with us. I like it.
they're gonna have to strip it and take it and just like tear it down to the bones and rebuild it.
And then still be upset with how it looks.
Yeah.
I mean, that carpet's gonna come up. There's gonna be holes in the concrete.
The concrete's all mashed up.
That's impressive.
They're gonna be like, did someone take a sledgehammer to this floor? Like, well, yeah, actually,
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Exactly.
It happens.
The
you know,
the
it
concrete
happens.
is the impressive part. Most situations it's surface level. When they tear
And
that carpet up and see broken concrete.
That green, like, I guess it's drywall. I don't know, but like the green wall,
It was
Oh,
right.
yeah.
wall. When that gets pulled down, I can't imagine what the other side of it's gonna look like. Like, I don't know, because that thing's taking fucking javelins.
Yeah.
It's taking bowling balls,
Yeah.
like throwing knives. I just can't imagine
A
what it's gonna
bow and
look
arrow, like
arrows,
Bow and
yeah, just the
arrows.
arrows. Usually we didn't throw the bow
most
at
of the
the
arrows,
wall.
yeah.
like.
But
Dart ball.
we have aggravatedly thrown the
Yeah.
bow before.
Dart ball.
Dart ball
Yeah.
started a thing to the point where we replaced our whiteboard and
Yeah.
then immediately hit it with darts again.
Yeah, we did. You guys,
If you didn't think
guys,
a dart could stick well into a whiteboard, it does.
You guys messed
Yeah.
that thing up.
It will.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you go wide on the
Yeah,
dart
That's
ball.
real
Sure.
wide.
You go real wide.
But once that first
Um,
dart lands, nothing can be done. Who cares?
Yeah.
What's 10
Right.
dart holes to one dart hole?
Exactly. And then the next person has to go, and the next person until you get it. And you put
Yeah,
a new
exactly.
balloon up there, and you start
Dude,
over.
imagine what we're
Boom.
gonna do to the new office though. We can do it all over again. We can
true.
beat that office into submission.
Right.
I think we're gonna-
Tiberius Caesar says the RT offices are going to look like one of the buildings in The Last of Us. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the goal, to leave it like that. Walk away from it. So
Right. The difference though is we'll
Put
still
a
be
giraffe.
in it.
yeah, we'll be sitting there
We'll
with
be like, hey, what's
computers.
up?
There's going to be, someone pointed out too, there's going to be a lot of shit in the ceiling. There's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
much stuff up there.
Our ceiling's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
You can shake it down and be like, ooh, this was from 2016. You remember this?
I think the bigger
It's the-
stuff
the
is down
different-
as we've lost more tiles.
Yeah.
Like the water jug with the pool noodle in
Yeah.
it came down.
noodle jug, of
and
course.
then the bacon jam's down, as far as we know.
Yeah, the bacon jam's down.
There
and not
could
clean.
be
Bacon
another
jam's
one
down.
up there. I think there
I
might
hope not.
be.
If there,
Not many
I
tiles
got
left.
nervous after that video because I was
There's
like,
not many
if there's still a bacon jam hanging up there, that's gonna kill me.
Yeah, you'll
If a
die.
jar of bacon jam fell out of the ceiling and hit me on the head, I'd just be dead.
I think we had a discussion about like what to do when you got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Like not even like if, just when.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
I still don't know that I've come to terms with the fact that we had a professional cleaner come in, clean the paint off the carpet, attempt to clean the drapes, couldn't, and then Trevor sent him home before he cleaned the bacon jam because it quote would have
Yeah.
taken too long.
Yeah. And thus that rug next to your desk,
Right in
was
between
the
your desk and
stickiest
my
thing.
desk, and there's
Yeah.
a bunch of dark spots, and every time you step on it, your foot gets a little stuck
It
from
goes
bacon jam. And Trevor goes,
on the pull
we
up.
had to
it does
work.
that
There was
little-
no time. The guy had a professional steam cleaner, was just blasting ass cleaning the place, cleaned half the side of the room. I mean, not even half, like a
Didn't
corner.
even get
But I
the
was like,
stuff off the wall.
bacon jam, Trevor. There's bacon jam on the floor. You couldn't have the guy clean the bacon jam. He even offered to clean the floor because he couldn't clean the drapes. He went, I can
Yeah.
clean the floor. And Trevor went, nah, get out of here. Shoo. Get out of here. We love the bacon jam. Crazy.
So the question is, like, when we do move to a new office, how long will it stay pristine? Like, is it a matter
I mean,
of
probably not even
is it a matter
day.
of days,
No,
or is
but
it
the-
like a week?
Matter
Well,
of
think about
minutes.
this. Are we going? I don't know if we're going straight to a
Who
new
knows
office
what we're
when the
doing?
quarantine's up and
None
stuff
of
like
this
that.
is even confirmed.
Because all I know is the second we get back into an office, whether it's a new one or the old one, the amount of moonballs is going to be insane.
Watch out,
because we
Matt.
are just fucking moonballed out.
Yeah.
Like,
Watch out.
you know,
Yeah,
something was taken from us.
I was looking at like the kind of like potential layout for the new office, and I was like, all right, that desk might be safer depending on what.
Well,
wall
I'll tell you, if
becomes
it's
the
safe, we're not
moonball
going to let
wall.
you have it.
I
Yeah,
know,
you're not
I
getting a
know,
safe
and that's the
desk
thing
for
is like I knew like basically where I was going to sit, determined by how much danger is there.
I gotta say, I was excited because the place we're looking at is like there's some windows, and I'm like, we've literally had one window in all of Achievement Hunter ever, and we put a bookshelf in front
we
of it.
did.
So it's like the idea to be able to see outside, like, oh, that'll be, and then immediately it's like, oh, we got to seal all
Jack,
those
I
up.
remember
and
was
close
gonna
them all.
say,
And I'm like,
That's so dangerous. We're gonna break it within the day.
You can count.
Man.
You can count on one hand how many people worked in Achievement Hunter when we had a window.
that's true.
Because I like not even like if you're counting the bookcase as losing the window. I can't remember when the bookcase went up, but it was probably before Ryan was in there.
Yeah, I think
mean,
it was.
maybe.
I think there were 5 of us. by the
maybe
time.
Gavin
Maybe
and
4 of
Ray.
us.
I don't
It's
remember.
the bookcase Gavin ran into during
that
person.
Yeah.
wasn't
Go.
there when I started. That was not there.
Yeah.
So because I remember, I the only reason I remember is because one time I climbed through that window to get into the office. It's the only reason I know that bookcase couldn't have been there. But yeah, either when Gavin showed up or when Ray showed up, that bookcase went up, and that was it. That was the only window, and we hated the window because it was. I mean, the office was 3 times the size of the window, so it blasted glare in every direction.
Anyway, I just miss. I miss outside. Like I went to an eye doctor and they're like, oh yeah, the best thing you can do. They're like I can see up close. Like the best thing you can do is like, you know, if you're in your office or something, like I'm like, I said to the computer, they're like, okay, well, you know, take a time to look out the window and it's like, look at a far away point for like a minute and let your eyes kind of adjust to something further away and that'll help you. And I'm like, oh no, we don't have those. And they're like, oh yeah, that's bad. So,
you can adjust to incoming moonballs.
I guess so.
As they're like fun.
Yeah.
It was always startling, especially when we moved to the offices we're in now. Because even though at 636 we didn't have a window in our office, the building still had windows, right? Like there was the big front door had like the big glass door. Like if we walked out of our office, there would still be sunlight. But once we moved into the studios we're in now, it was always crazy when you hit that 6, 7 o'clock time where you walk out and go, holy shit, it's night.
Yeah.
And you just have no idea.
Yeah.
You were outside, it was daytime, and now it's pitch black because there's not a shred of light and it's just, you know, indoor lights.
Or just the sheer amount of times you walk out of the office to go do off topic or something and you're like, oh my God.
You go like,
And you're just not used to
you
it.
just
Like
look at the
vampires.
ground, but even the ground just bounces the sunlight into your eyeballs.
Right.
It's weird too because like you're in a lit room, you don't feel like you're like in a dark cave or anything like that, and you walk outside, it's like, oh, the fucking sun, man.
Sun's the real deal, Matt. Okay,
Yeah,
it ain't no joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it
Hoax.
for like a month.
Hoax.
It might not.
Sun isn't
exist
real.
anymore.
Who needs
Sun's
sun?
a hoax.
Sunblock's a hoax.
Hoax.
Don't use sunscreen. We don't know. There's no science behind it. Burn me
Just
up.
waiting.
I love the
Just
sun.
waiting. Hoax.
The sun is a political hoax by the Democrats.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's what it is. That's what it
it's
is.
Initiated by
True.
George Soros, right? And the goddamn Dems.
Yeah.
I'm calling
and
it Sungate.
And it's really, really, you know, hard to ignore that all the biased scientists and doctors out there tell you to use sunscreen. All right. And I go, yo, okay, because I'm a sheep.
Yeah.
God, come on. I know my freedoms.
Oh God, I hate everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great.
Anyway,
Hoax.
so I'm trying to teach myself how to solder now. That's exciting.
Oh yeah, are you
Dude,
doing?
I hate
Are you doing actual like sticks?
Yeah, no, I've got a box full of soldering stuff. There's a
Used to
website,
do that.
eatafruit.com, where you can go and do like RGBs and stuff. Like I want to get more lights behind me and like fix this up and make it all glow and do stupid stuff. And I've got some ideas for some projects and things. But so just trying to fill time and make life not just boring where I'm staring at a TV or something and I can't leave and see friends or go to Disney or anything. So
We can go to Disney.
Technically, I can go to Disney.
Yeah, you sure can.
You head over there right now.
Dude, what a
Come on
shitty
down.
year to buy an annual pass to fucking Walt Disney World. What?
What do you mean?
I
You
bought a-
head over.
I bought a pass in January for Walt Disney World. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Disney like 20 times this year.
Yeah.
Literally, the time I went the time to go buy my pass, went to the parks like 4 or 5 times, and then haven't gone back since. And that was in January, and I won't go back again until probably there's a vaccine.
I
So
just
probably never.
I bought fucking passes for Six Flags, and I was like, I'm going to use this. You know, I bought them in 2018. I go in 2019. I'm like, but next year I'm going to go all the time.
No.
And now I'm like, well, fuck.
I'll be honest, Michael. I'm gonna go ahead and guess your passes for Six Flags were a little cheaper than my passes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they were.
Sure.
Walt
Sure
Disney
they were.
World.
Also, I bought a thing that exists in the state I live in too.
Yeah.
So, mine's an 80-minute drive.
Yeah, mine's a 2.5 hour flight, and then into a state that is on fire right now, but not shut down for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
but not from the sun.
No.
That's not real.
Hoax.
Not real.
Anyway,
It's real. It's just not as hot as they want you to believe.
Right.
I'll fucking
Yeah,
go
you
out
go-
to
yeah.
Eclipse.
Show me
I'll-
the fucking thermometer.
Yeah.
Show me the
Eclipse?
thermometer.
I'll stare
why
right
you-
at it.
yeah.
You can't.
I look up, I wake up, I go outside, I go, who will blink first? And I just stare straight up. Smoke starts coming out.
Who's gonna blink first?
Won't be me.
oh
God.
Oh man.
man,
Good luck with soldering, man. I hate that.
yeah.
It was
did
fun. I like
like-
doing it.
Yeah.
I did that.
I
in high
gotta-
school.
I never could like feel out if I put enough of the goo or not enough. Like
Yeah, you probably put too much.
I probably put way too much. That was my worry. It was like I think I put too much, and I
It's
try and get it
delicate.
off. And yeah,
So I got tons of shit. I got shrink tubing. I've got here's a little helping hand thing that you can hold shit up. Here's my
Nice.
actual soldering gun here, and then
Look at this guy.
little mini project here. I got
Nice.
a digital multimeter for electronics. I don't shock myself.
Don't
to
like them
Oh.
either, but yeah,
Little solder thing to like.
I mean,
where
that
you
won't
put the-
stop you from shocking yourself to death.
yeah,
That'll just
it'll
tell you.
just
mini
let you know that
project.
it's happening.
Yeah, it'll just tell you what's gonna kill you.
I got cable here that I got from Lowe's. I got some LEDs. Got these boards. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just bought a whole bunch of stuff.
So what is that?
basically, you ordered my college experience, and
Yeah.
I don't like it.
What is that?
Well, I just want to mess around with it. Like I love I want to mess with Arduinos and like start doing lighting stuff where it's
Mhm.
like I can actually have fun with it and make cool stuff happen and like I don't know. Like I want to make one of my things I want to make. I have my big jonk head, like my big DJ jonk head that's all lit up. I want to make a mini version of it with a little microphone on it that'll be sound reactive, so I can like hold it in my hand and it like reacts to sound on all 4 sides, which is something you can do apparently. So there's a lot of cool stuff we can do.
What does that
Uh-oh.
soldering
Nice.
gun do exactly? Like what is the soldering gun?
It basically you have metal points, and then the solder has stuff called flux in it, which basically moves electricity, and so it's like connecting 2 points through this flux connection. So, like if you have two wires, you can basically like solder some stuff on there and link them together, and it's metal. It's like solid
I
metal.
know what it is.
So
I'm saying, what does the gun do? Is it just superheated, or what is?
Oh yeah,
how
yeah.
does
It's
that-
basically it's a superheated like tip.
Got
And
you.
so basically
'Cause I
you
did-
heat that, and yeah.
I did soldering.
hot glue gun on
I took
steroids.
an HVAC course. That was my elective in high school, and we just got blowtorches. And it's like,
Wow,
here's a
that's
fucking
awesome.
blowtorch. Here's some solder. So I've never used the soldering gun. I
Yeah.
just got to play with fire, which is
Every-
mostly why I
everything-
took the class.
Everything I've read makes it seem like you actually heat whatever you need to put solder on, and then you touch the solder to that,
Yeah.
and it basically melts on that. So
It's-
you're not
yeah.
actually heating the solder;
That is-
you're
yeah.
heating the elements, and
That's-
then put the solder on.
Yeah, that's
so.
true. That's usually what
That's yes, that is definitely how I did it for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
it is. Jack's
not
reminding
the
me
other way.
how it works.
yeah, and so anyway,
it's
but I bought
definitely-
a bunch of stuff.
Because it turns to liquid. The solder, it's
Mhm.
like bloop, and you gotta like drip it. It's very
Yeah.
delicate.
I
If you want to
still-
make it look, you don't want boogers. You get solder boogers, and they're ugly.
Yeah.
So-
Well, they're beautiful in their own
No,
way.
they're not. They're ugly.
In
You
their-
want
in their own
clean-
way,
you want
Michael.
Clean. You call them
Their own
sod
way.
jobs.
Yeah.
That's Gavin's character.
Mhm. Sod job.
Oh, I think
But-
That's
yeah.
after he dies and becomes
So-
a odd job.
I might
That's my
still-
new
Cries.
hobby. Like I bought all the stuff where I finally got all the rest of my stuff in this week. So now, like I think this weekend I might mess around and try soldering some RGB cables
Yeah.
and see if I can actually make it
Nice.
work. And be like, all right,
I-
let's Try something.
I might still have I made for one of my projects in college, I made like a digital thermometer that ran on solar power, and I think after I didn't need it for a grade anymore, I just left it in my car. I don't think it works anymore. Pretty sure it melted, but
but I mean,
wait. Your solar powered thing melted?
That means it has ultimate power.
It has you would think so, but no,
I'm
pretty sure like the soldering parts melted because I left it in the car. Like, I don't know. It's been years. I didn't pay attention to it afterward. It basically was like, it ended up in that void behind the seat where your friends sit, but you don't go back there. So
you don't have friends, so they never sat there.
All right.
I mean, if your friends sit there, you think, like, hey, what's this thing on the seat?
Damn.
You set me up for that.
Matt's friends are a hoax.
Matt's friends are a hoax. I just finished my project, my, stuck at home, do something with my life project I was like upgrading my backyard patio. I just finished it. I'm done. Took me right about a month, but it was all little improvements. Like, I'm going to add this little, torch set to my backyard. And then I fixed my fire pit. And then I bought some new cushions. And then I bought a power washer. So then I had to like power wash my whole patio. So I was doing that for a while. And then we finally got, we just bought like a big outdoor rug to kind of really tie it together. So it looks like a living space, and it's great. And now I'm going to watch it just erode to shit from the weather, from heat and rain.
Yeah.
I bought covers for all the chairs and shit because the outdoor cushions are just so damn expensive, but it's all set up and ready to go. I go, awesome. Who's coming over?
Yeah.
One day, dude.
Hello?
One day.
Hang out.
Hello?
Yeah. Dude,
One day, dude.
I never understood stuff like that. Like, I know my parents, they bought like a swing for their outside one time, and it was just like, my mom went on about it. She's like, oh, it's going to look great. We're going to finally have like a nice little place in the garden. You can go walk out there, sit, and just relax. And then like a week later, a raccoon came, ripped it apart, and started living inside the cushions. And I was like, yeah, well, what did you expect? You got something you're leaving outside.
It could not have been a more hometown thing.
Yeah, it really.
Raccoon was just the name of the guy that did it. That's the craziest part.
Raccoon.
Just some drunk guy. The town called him.
Joe Raccoon.
He hang around.
He's living in the cushions. They throw him
scraps.
If
the people quit feeding him, he moved to the next town. But
God damn.
Lord.
Yeah, dude.
Matt.
What?
Paper Mario comes out tonight.
I know, man.
Shit, really?
Paper Mario and Ghosts of Tsushima.
Well, that comes out. That's technically released tomorrow, right? So it'll be on like 11 or 12 or something.
Well, 11 is tonight. That's why I said
technically both of them are in that same boat.
Listen, you.
Just saying, dude.
I understand.
We're Central Time. It's tonight. If I was East Coast, I'd say midnight. But we get
Are you gonna play it tonight?
That free hour. I might play a little Mario. I probably won't play Ghost. I'll get them both. I have Mario pre-downloaded. I'm
okay. I'm gonna definitely pick up Ghost tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that.
What is it? Ghosts of? How do you pronounce it? What is it?
Tsushima?
I dare not.
I just keep calling it sashimi, like the sushi.
That's it.
It's close enough, so I call it Ghosts of Tsushima, and I assume you're fighting a bunch of pissed off fish or something. I don't know. But people seem excited about it. Here's my knowledge of that game. Wow, people are excited about it. I guess I better play it.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't know anything. I know there's your like ninja, I guess. The samurai, you chopping people up with swords. I know that.
Well, it's made by Sucker Punch, which is the same people that made Sly Cooper and
Is it Sucker
Infamous.
Punch?
I think it's Sucker Punch. Yeah,
you said you're saying Sucker Punch, like sucker,
Sucker
like
Punch,
sucker,
Tsushima,
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard very little about it.
Sashimi.
I've heard very little about it, but people are freaking out about it and love it. Is that a PS4 game or is that everything?
I think it is.
PlayStation 4.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Exclusive. Yeah.
It's also I get kind of excited when a PS4 game comes out that I care about because it gives me a reason to use it.
Yep.
I just finished
That's why.
Dude, I just finished Last of Us and I was like, holy shit, it's only gonna be like 2 weeks till I'm using my PS4 again. That's crazy. That never happens.
I was like, why was Sucker Punch so in my brain right now? Because Matt was like, oh, it's by Sucker Punch Studios. And I was like, why have I seen that name a lot? It's because I just played through the Infamous series.
Yeah.
Good series.
They made all the,
Did you guys see the stuff about the Xbox? About how Series X, any game that's going to be on Series X will also be playable on Xbox One for like the next 2 years?
That's kind of crazy.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and also like so if you buy a game like I guess you can play it on either one, or if you buy the Xbox One version, you can play it on. I don't know exactly how it works, but basically they're not making exclusive titles for Xbox One for a while.
Interesting.
And also apparently they're stopping production of the Xbox One. The Xbox One, like the normal one, and the Xbox One X, I think, or something like that. Like they're discontinuing production.
Yeah.
S, okay.
Yeah, I was like, well, then there'd be no Xboxes if they stopped Xbox and Xbox One X.
But them doing that makes me think the price is going to be actually a lot cheaper than we're expecting. Because, like, why would they kill the production of the old one if the new one's not going to be comparable?
Well, it's an interesting move by them to do that, to say that all games will be available on both for like 2 years, because, like, I like the move. You know, it's cool to be like, you don't have to get the console if you want to keep playing the game. Stick with this. But yeah, it moved. That's the thing. It would move Xbox Series X consoles to be like, yeah, it's exclusive to this console. But I guess they're not too worried about doing that.
Well, I mean,
interesting business.
I do wonder if there'll ever be a situation kind of similar to, I don't know if you played the last Destiny raid. I'm sure you didn't. But like the original Xbox, you can't play that raid on it. Like it just, or the Xbox like One, it won't do it. You have like 4 frames the entire fight for the last part. But the One X, fine, it's great. But like, I don't know if there'll ever be a thing like that with something like this, you know, where it's like, yeah, these games play on both technically, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, kind of seeing like the evolution, because we've hit a point now where graphics are important and power is important, but it's not the only thing. I mean, like the games we play Minecraft. I mean, like that's a game that could run on anything at this point. So really it's just about the platform and the service. Yeah. And so to me, like Microsoft's done a really good job of being like, we have the Xbox, we have the Series X, we have PC, like we have just play games. We want you to play games on our service. And PlayStation's still very much like, you need our console to play stuff. And up until recently, they were very like anti-crossplay as well. So
well, and that's like kind of the feel of Game Pass, right? I mean, just get games, play games, enjoy.
Well, even like what's the name of their service where you can stream stuff from your console? Like forget what it's called, but yeah, like the whole idea.
Oh yeah,
xCloud. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ghost.
So like. Yeah, but like xCloud as well, like that, the idea that I could be, you know, traveling somewhere, like again, once the USA stops working, and like I want to play some, I don't know, something on my home machine, like play some Gears of War, and it's like I can just bust open a cell phone and just play with a controller or something, or on my laptop and stream it from my home Xbox. Like that's pretty badass, and I think that kind of stuff is what's going to help drive the next generation, like to kind of play anything, anywhere, whenever you want.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the chat's saying that they're stopping the S Digital and the One X, but they're still going to make or sell the One S, which is crazy to me, because like the One X is newer.
Better.
Yeah, that's like the Pro. It's like the equivalent to the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
So they're going to stop producing the Pro version. Because the S is only, it was just smaller. It was just like a newer model. And I think, the S had 4K. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The S added 4K, but power-wise, it was the exact same console. X was kind of like that, like halfway to the next console, like power, like again, like the Pro. It was kind of like a power boost. That's interesting that they're stopping that. I guess that's the thing now, whereas if you don't own one, you got to buy this really old piece of shit one, or you got to buy the Series X or whatever it's called. I hate their naming conventions.
Yeah, their naming
is stupid.
Come on, give it a new name. Anyone would have been fine with almost anything.
Dude, PlayStation 5, easy.
Yeah.
How many are there?
Yeah.
Fifth one.
I do.
Let's not think about it.
I do like that. If at least if I'm understanding this right, it's basically if you buy like an Xbox One version of a game, you basically, if you have a Series X, you get the best version of it on that console. Like, at least that's my understanding.
It'd be like if you buy it later, you don't have to repurchase the game. You've already got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's good for people that aren't going to buy the game or the console out of the gate, if that's what it is.
I wonder what that means for like GTA 5. Like, does that mean we have GTA 5 now for the Series X when that comes out?
GTA 5 for everything forever.
Yeah, GTA 5 is not the best example because it will come out for everything ever.
but I'm curious if we have to repurchase it, is what I'm saying. Or like,
that's a great
like
question.
On day one, will it be like, you own this game and I can just download it and start playing on the Series X? So,
I mean, I would hope it would be that way. But
they also said all the peripherals will work as well. I know we mentioned that before, but like if you have an Elite controller or an adaptive controller, that will work on the new Series X. So
that's good.
You don't have to worry about that because they just released the Elite 2s. And so I guess those will.
So did they already have like their conference, like their what should have been the E3 thing?
No.
They had one for games back in June or no, in May actually.
That was like supposed to be like the start of that. They wanted to have like a warm up sort of deal.
Yeah, they kind of the first one was kind of a fuck
called
up.
Microsoft Ignite.
It wasn't great.
That's what they're calling their like E3.
What's it called?
Thing, I think. Is that what it is? Microsoft Ignite. I'm seeing a lot of.
I think so.
Microsoft Ignite 2020.
Okay.
What the hell is this? What is this?
You started saying it, man. Get a hold of yourself.
I just looked up like Microsoft E3 or like Microsoft panel conference, and the thing that kept coming up was Microsoft Ignite 2020.
Yeah, I want to say there was something later this month.
September 21st through the 25th. Yeah. Join us for MS Ignite. It's like, and it's supposed to be held in New Orleans? That won't happen.
No.
That won't happen.
Anyway.
See when this article.
Where's Kyle? Let's get the backwards compatible guys in here. Where's Caden? Let's get some inside gaming people. Let us know what's going on here. They'd know. Game Showcase is July 23rd. Thank you, Infamous Todd.
That's what I was going to say. I thought there was something this month.
Yeah. What is? I wonder what
I think that might be first party games. So like we'll probably see more stuff from Microsoft Studios because the first one was like third party games, and so they're like, oh, we're gonna show some Assassin's Creed for the first time, and then it was just another rendered trailer, and it's like, well, shit, okay, or it was like gameplay but not shot how you would actually play the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
apparently Ignite is their tech conference. Their tech conference is Ignite.
Summer Games Fest is what Aviator 270 says.
I just started playing. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, I just started playing Rogue for the first time.
Dude, same.
That's a good one.
It's good, but man,
I haven't played it yet.
It's good. I like. It's fun to go back to like an old Assassin's Creed style after playing Origins and Odyssey. But man, it's rough controls.
Yeah,
it feels sharp. Tougher. I feel like I'm cutting my fingers playing. The characters like the way they turn. And, constantly when you're trying to like vault up shit, you go up and over it and you go, nope. And you got to turn back around. Nope. Yep. Get on the fucking branch and run up the branch. He's just like up and over the branch, or like you're climbing up. And you have to like shimmy to the right, then climb up. And he just jumps off to the right. And I'm like, nope, God damn it. I remember this now.
You're doing Rogue, right?
Yes.
I feel like Rogue is stupider than Black Flag. Like your character is just dumber.
And Rogue's like after Black Flag, right?
Yeah, well, it came out only on like the 360 originally.
But it still came out. I mean, but
it did come out after.
Black Flag came out on 360 as well.
Yeah, I think it did.
It did, and then it got released later on the one.
It is so clear that is the same game, like just with like a different story. But
yeah, it's fun. I like it. I like that it's like simpler. It's the Assassin's Creed of simpler times. But it's a little. The controls are just a little dated. Which I know it came out because it came out the same day as Unity. So it's probably 2013, if not 2014, because Unity came out on Xbox One.
I think I looked this up. I think it's 2013.
So I'm assuming they both came out in November of 2013 when the Xbox did. But I never played either one of those. So there's the only two that I haven't played of the main franchise. So I just started playing it. It's fun.
Basically where I am too. I've been like going back through all of them again, and
you're doing that thing with Panton, right?
Yeah, I'm
like
on Unity. I'm on Unity and Rogue right now. I'm just kind of going back and forth, but nice. Got them all so far. Doing okay.
Good games, man.
They are, man.
They are good.
They're really good. I cannot wait for Valhalla though. I was watching a few people play that. It looks really good. I'm excited to be able to.
I got a chance to play it briefly. And it was fun. It's good. It looks pretty. It's nice because like the Origins and Odyssey were both very very brown. Like there's a lot of like dirt and rocks, and that's all it is. Like it doesn't feel like there's any like lush stuff there. There's a couple areas like trees and whatnot, but this one is just like everything's green because you're playing like England and Scotland. At least the slice I saw was very, very, very green.
Yeah.
And so it was awesome to get away from the sort of the rocky atmosphere where it's like, all right, more crumbled ruins, great, okay. And it's like no, okay, here we go. But it was fun. There's also cats, and there's a cat in the game you can recruit, which is pretty cool. Like you can join your longboat.
Yeah,
he or she, I guess.
I'm just excited to be able to hit a button and it kill. Like the assassinate things back, and I'm like, yes, finally, I don't have to do like this hold the button expend, thing.
I will say, Matt, it's weird because they moved the assassinate button from X to right bumper.
Yeah, that seems weird, but
was like it's kind of strange. I mean, you got used to it pretty fast. But
what is it, right bumper?
Very odd. It's assassinate. Oh, at Valhalla, it's right bumper for assassinate. Yeah. But the area, the bit I played, there weren't a lot of stealthy kind of areas like in Odyssey or Origins. It was kind of like go to this base, kill everyone inside of it, or kill one person and get out. I didn't really encounter that. The most of the stuff I kind of played the stuff I did when I played was kind of like you literally have raids where you land and it's like, all right, kill everyone here or take it over or whatever. But it's like very much like you and a bunch of other guys show up and you all just wreck shit. So it's kind of like a mix of the Odyssey, those big fights you'd have, the sort of like territory battles or whatever, but you can just kind of enable it whenever you want to. And so,
yeah, I saw someone who they had one of those raids. They pulled up on the shore. And then they were like, okay, everyone, you stay in the boat. They went in and killed everybody in there stealthily. And then they walked into the courtyard, blew the horn, and all the people ran in. They were like, oh, they're dead. So, yeah, we won.
Yeah,
but it's awesome.
I do have to jump into your Assassin's Creed conversation here. I gotta jump out. I got a meeting at 4.
Oh yeah. We should probably wrap up.
Yeah, we'll wrap up. Jeremy's ending the show now. Jeremy, take us out.
No, I didn't want to do that. I specifically did not want to do that.
I'm sorry.
Conversation.
We wanted to talk more about Assassin's Creed, but Jeremy wants to end the stream.
He wants to save it for the Xbox thing next week.
It's okay.
All right.
All right. We're all gonna go to Jeremy's meeting.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, Jack.
I'm gonna get some recorder leg. Thank you. It's good being here. I appreciate it.
Back at the old table. I'm hitting the table.
Wait, no, do it like that.
Right. There you go.
Perfect.
Well, things happened, and more things will happen next week. Stay tuned for effing around with Iffy and Fiona coming up at 4:30. You got, stretch your legs. Go look at the sun. It's a hoax. Just go outside and stare at it for a while. It's fine. And then come back in and just listen to effing around with Iffy and Fiona because you won't be able to see anything ever again.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Accurate.